Welcome to Cherry Blossom Yoga. I'm Robin Dinerman. This is a half-hour Hatha Yoga class for beginning and continuing students. I hope you're wearing something loose and comfortable, and you can do the yoga on the floor, on your carpet, on an exercise mat, or maybe you have a yoga mat. If you're seated and you'd like to stay seated, that's fine. Join along with the deep breathing. You'll be able to do or modify some of the arm stretches and leg movements. So please feel a part of this little class. We're going to start out with the feet separated wider than hip distance, whatever's comfortable for you. And just shift your weight from side to side. Now check your spine, make sure you're standing tall. Try to keep your shoulders above your hips and just slowly shift your weight from side to side. You don't have to do a deep knee bend, especially if you haven't warmed up at all. And I haven't, so I often do the warm-ups in class, not just for my students, but also for myself. And then bringing your feet in closer together, about hip distance apart. We're going to bring the arms out into T position, and then swing one in front and one in back. So it's a nice light movement. And if you haven't stretched your arms today, or if you've been kind of huddled over your computer or driving a long distance in your car, this might feel really good for your neck and shoulders. And then separate your feet a little bit more. And we're going to turn following the front hand, lifting, and then turn following the front hand. So now you might feel some warmth in your shoulders and in the arms. And you're lubricating your knees and ankles. And then turn a little bit more, looking over to the side. You don't necessarily have to pick up speed. Now your neck gets a little twist here. So we do everything in small increments. You can go much more slowly than I'm going. Really become aware of each and every muscle that's being stretched and the joints that are being opened and closed. And back to center and lower the arms. Sometimes I feel that my arms are going to float up now. So just a little bit farther apart if you're standing, and do a deeper turn. Big inhalation here, long exhalation. So you may feel this more in your hips now. And if you don't, it doesn't mean there's anything wrong. And lower the arms. You can heel toe or step your feet back together, back into hip distance apart, standing in the basic standing pose, Tadasana. We're going to make big circles in front. So here, if you can bring your attention into your shoulders, then into your shoulder blades, you can feel them moving. Inhaling as you reach up, exhaling as you lower the arms. So now you're beginning to pay a little bit more attention to your breath, and you can deepen the breath, deepen the in-breath, and lengthen the out-breath. And reversing the direction of the arms. And get your arms getting a little tired now. Bring them out to T position, which is shoulder height. Press the fingers together so you flatten the hands. Flex at the wrists. Breathe in. Tightening your belly muscles, exhale and press the walls away from you. Release the fingers and the hands and let gravity lower everything to your sides. Stand tall, hands at the heart, and breathe. Close your eyes for a moment. Scan your body. Notice how you feel. You may even feel that your heart rate has gone up a little bit. Check your lower back. Make sure you're not swaying the back. You can firm the buttock muscles, which helps you to strengthen your legs. And you're creating a girdle of muscle around your waist, helping your spine be tall and long. And reach up through the crown of your head. Picture yourself standing in Tadasana, solid as a mountain. Slowly open your eyes as you lower your hands. And we're going to separate the feet about 4 to 5 feet apart, or 3 to 4 depending. I'm only 5'2". So we're going to turn one foot out at 90 degrees and bring the knee above the ankle. And then because the body is turning in the direction of the leg, you're going to pull the shoulder back so it goes over the hip and bring the arms up. And we're in one of the warrior poses, Virabhadrasana. And breathing and holding. And then turn to look out over one arm. And bring your gaze back to center, and then continue to the other side. Keep your spine long, the knee over the ankle, and bring your face and your gaze back to center. We're going to do a side angle pose from here, placing the arm, no weight, just resting it there. And then forming this nice diagonal line through the arm, through the side, and down through the leg. So keeping this upper arm pulled up and back. You don't need to reach the shoulder. And once you're in the position, use only the muscles that you need. So let's take another breath. Inhale, exhale. On your next in-breath, straighten the leg, turn the foot in, and lower the arm. Now you may need to reposition your feet. Check the distance if you want them a little bit farther apart or closer together. We're going to repeat on the other side. Left foot turned out at 90 degrees, knee over the ankle. And if you want the foot farther apart, you can move out little by little. And again, bring the shoulder above the hips so your body is square to the front wall. Arms out, and look out over one arm. Back into Virabhadrasana, one of the warrior poses. Breathing deeply. Exhaling completely. Slowly bring your face back to center. Continue around to the other side. And look to the front. Leaning towards the bent leg, place the arm lightly and bring the other arm over the ear, keeping this shoulder and hip pulled back. Side angle pose. Breathe in and out. Inhaling, come up. And exhaling, lower the arm. Keeping your feet apart but the toes turned out, bend both knees. Now, the tendency here is to bring the shoulders forward. Try to bring the shoulders above the hips. Place the hands together in prayer position and lower your seat. This is challenging to some knees, so do this cautiously and carefully. Bringing the elbows to your sides with the hands up, you move into goddess pose. You might feel some little bit of work going on in your thighs. If you can, lower the seat a little bit more, and then take an inhale, come up, and bring the arms out in a big Y. Heel toe or step your feet back together. Open your heart, bringing the arms up and back, looking up across the ceiling or the sky, wherever you are. Breathe in. Now exhale, bend the knees, tuck the chin in, and come down about halfway. I'm going to turn on an angle. So this is ragdoll position. And then pressing the feet into the mat as if you were pushing the earth away. Inhale, open your heart, take in the energy of life, and exhale back into ragdoll. And inhale up, and exhale. Now, straightening the knees slightly, but not all the way. Tuck the chin in, look through between the legs, and see if you can slowly lift the sit bones and fold forward, hinging from the hips, into Uttanasana, standing forward bend. You'll feel your cheeks and lips become heavy. Stretching out the lower back, the backs of your legs, and then turn to one side, bringing your hands to one ankle, and back to center and around to the other side. And come to the front. Now, lengthen your spine, reach out through the crown of your head, draw the shoulders away from your ears, and bring the arms out, straight out from the shoulders, and then pressing the feet into the floor, unhinge upward, and bring the hands up above your head. Exhaling, lower just above your head, inhaling and reach up. Exhaling and inhaling. And bring the arms out and fold forward. Try to keep the back pretty straight. Inhale, center. Firm the buttocks, bring the shoulders back. Don't drop the head. Exhale and inhale. Back to center. Now palms face each other. Breathe in. And exhale, lean to the side. Keeping the upper arm over the ear or the cheek. Reach out through your fingertips. You don't need to move the shoulders. Now inhale back to center and exhale to the other side. If you find yourself tilting forward, self-correct, bring that arm back. Inhale, center, and exhale. You don't need to go way down. You just want to feel the stretch right through here, under the arm, down the side of your rib cage, lifting up, leaning to the other side. And back to center, and relax the fingers and the hands, and let the arms float down. Pause and breathe. We're going to pause for just a moment. We're going to return to Cherry Blossom Yoga, and we'll be seated on the floor. We'll be back in just a moment.
We just finished dinner and it was time for homework. He hates homework. I know he's bright.
Why is it so hard for me?
He's just gotta try a little harder.
1 in 5 children struggle with learning and attention issues. Go from misunderstanding to understood.org.
Welcome back to Cherry Blossom Yoga. Come join me on the mat. We're going to be doing some stretches, leg stretches on our sides. So come down on either side. And first of all, the arm will be extended. Then you can rest your head on your arm. I'm on my right side with my left leg on top. I'm using my front hand, which is my left hand, for balance and also for a little bit of a push off. So I'm going to lift the leg up and then exhale, coming down and lifting up and down. So I'm trying to bring the balls of my feet together. And my breathing pattern is inhaling up, exhaling down. Now we're going to change this slightly and bring the top foot forward, placing the toes on the floor, and then bring the foot behind you so the heel touches. So in the front and in the back, and that's where this hand right here helps you to move and stay on your side at the same time. I mean, you can try to lift the leg way up and swing it way back, but if you're unaccustomed to doing this, just this simple movement is working the hips, or the hip on that side, and the muscles. And then rest. Then you can try to lift both legs up. See if you can do it, no hands. And then slowly release without dropping. Okay, we're going to change it a bit, bringing the elbow under the shoulder, the hands straight out, so you've got a 90-degree angle of this arm. And it's lifting up out of your arm, and the same movement, forward, and then the heel in the back, and the toe in the front. Now, as you're doing this, you can feel yourself rolling over the hip that's underneath, so you might need some extra cushioning under there. I wouldn't do this on a hard floor. And then bring the legs back together, and then notice over time one begins sinking like so. So you have to check your posture and make sure you're lifted up out of your neck and shoulder. And then if you want, bring the knee, toe to the knee, and then straighten and close. do this kind of briskly, so you can do it much more slowly if you want. So now we're going to shift to the other side. So using your arms, walk your hands back to your body. Carefully come to center. And come all the way down onto your other side. For me, I'm on my left side. And I want to make sure that my legs aren't way off the mat here, but I'm pretty well centered. And then I reach out, getting a nice stretch under the arm here. And the balls of the feet are touching. I'm going to do just a few leg lifts. And then we'll do toe in the front and heel in the back. You're going to find one side is easier than the other. And then bring the legs together and see if you can lift them off the floor. Straight legs, balls of the feet touching. See if you can do this. Balance even. And release. Relax. And then using your hands, press the floor away. Move this elbow underneath your shoulder. And then we're repeating toe in the front, heel in the back. And you may not feel the effects of this today, but tomorrow you might say, I feel something going on in my hips. So, come into a seated position. Placing your index fingers to your thumbs, resting your hands either up or down on your legs. Bring your attention to your breath. Breathing in. Pull the air down into your lungs. Imagine you can pull the air down into your belly, and it spreads into your arms, legs, hands, feet, into your head, your brain, your face. Each breath renews, refreshes, restores. Imagine that you're on a raft on the river. It's a beautiful summer day. There's sunny sky above you, barely a cloud. It's a very narrow river, and it's moving slowly. On either side, there's brush and tall trees. And you can hear the movement of small animals and hear the birds chirping in the background, around you, flying above you. Beneath you, you can hear the water. Some soft bubbling and lapping of the waves. Hardly a wave though, because your ride is very smooth. And with your next in-breath, you can fill yourself with the energy of the day. And with your out-breath, let go of your thoughts. Allow the raft to move down the lazy river and let yourself relax in the warmth, the peacefulness, the soft sounds around you. Slowly bring your attention back to your breath and to your body. Scan your body. Notice how you feel. If you like, you can remain in a seated position, or you can come down into Shavasana, the corpse pose. Take your time, settle in, settle down. If thoughts come into your mind, attach wings to them and let them fly away. Through the deep breathing, the postures, the focus on the breath, you're able to quiet the mind and relax the body. It allows you to balance all your energies, integrate them, and realize your own true self and all your power. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you're feeling wonderful, and I hope that feeling stays with you throughout the day, throughout the week, and through your life. Namaste.